So with just 13 days left of the transfer window, we are hungry and we are looking for a striker. A striker to cover Correa, a striker to help Correa towards goals. That is the priority. I've got one player in mind, but as I said last episode, it's going to be a little harder than I thought. So we're playing Sunderland. This is the first game off the Premiership this year for us, and it doesn't start well for us. Rodwell, a player that I like. I think he's a fantastic centre mid. I class him more as a CDM, as a centre mid. Scores a fantastic goal 12 minutes in, and again, Sunderland were the better team in this game, and we did try to win. We did try to score some goals. There you go, keeper headers it on the line there. Doesn't help. It ends up being 2-0 within like the first 20 minutes. There you go, 22 minutes by Preckford. Don't want to call him Reckford. So yeah, 22 minutes into our start of the Premiership, and we are losing 2-0 to Sunderland, a team that should be getting relegated. We get one back 54 minutes into the game, but it just wasn't enough. We end up again, just the defence looks poor. I should be looking at improving the defence, but I reckon on its day it is a solid defence. I just need to find that day. Unfortunately, the first game off the episode, again, we end up losing this game. So we have a few transfers coming in and going out. There you go, a Cam at 63 overall. He's probably not going to get enough gameplay that we want him to get, so he will probably be going out on loan, or hopefully maybe sell and get some money into it. I thought this might have been the Swedish international being Ibrahimovic. I don't think it is, because in PSG's squad they have 3 young Swedish strikers. They're all, 23. There's 19, and I think the other one's at the top there. No, at the top. There you go. Aspers, who's 22. So there's a 23, 22, and a 19-year-old. They all look the same kind of stats, like country-wise, as strikers. On a youth squad that I did before this, Ibra actually became like a 5'6" player. So I can fully believe that 5'10" guy is Ibra as well. It's a little bit hard. Aspers, 22-year-old, is only worth $500,000, so I don't know if it is going to be him. If I can get a cheeky bid and win him for like, there you go, 350, then maybe I might go for him. I might just call this guy Sack, because there's no chance in hell I'm going to say his name. Sack Pekidis. I think I've said that completely wrong. I put in a cheeky $7.5 bid. They want 15.5, and this is a guy that is probably Ibra. They want 74.5 for this guy. He's 19 years old. I offered 19.5 plus Gomez, which got rejected straight away. And who could blame him? If it is Ibra, they've got a young Ibra, I wouldn't want to sell him either. So there you go. A few players going out. Second game we play is Stoke. They've got Butland in goal. And look who gets red carded 14 minutes into the game. He got red carded a few times last season, and he's a superb centre back for me. But the red card does scare me. It really does, because he was getting red carded in quite a lot of vital games, and I just wonder if he stayed on this pitch, if our result would be any different than it is now at 1-1. So we end up drawing that game. Look, I'm still looking at getting a good striker. I think this is going to be the guy. If I can sign him, then I will. I don't care how much he's going to cost. I've got 19 mil to spend. Again, I want to sell a few of my goalkeepers. I've got 4 of them. They're 4 top quality young keepers. Don't need 4 top quality goalkeepers, so I want to slim it by half. The third game in the Premiership is against Tottenham. We've lost against Sunderland. We've drawn against Stoke. Can we not... There you go. I thought I was going to let in an early goal there. I forgot. That was awful defending by Besant there. Can we not lose this game? That is a aim for me in this match. I don't care about drawing too much, because at least it is a point. Oh, that was a close one. Correa here on the counter-attack. Cookie to Rufa. Cookie's on the ball again to Rufa. And a cheeky little pass to Correa. Ben Davies scores a own goal. A little bit like Kyle Walker and Man United. Beginning of this season, I believe it was. It was a start of the Premiership, and Walker scored the only goal. Hopefully that was the only goal. I'd say that, but Harry Kane, look out, there's a hurricane. Number 18 scores, and it finishes 1-1, which isn't too sad considering they are a top 5 team. I'd love to say that they're a top 4 team, but realistically they are only finishing 5th or 6th. So look who it is, Jack Yakubu. He was on loan with us last season. I'm going to try and get him back. He was a good right mid. And look, we're into the last 10 hours already. We're only a few minutes in, and we're into the last couple of 10 hours, as you saw there. This guy just refused to sign a contract with me. He kept saying that he was happy where he was living, to the point I had to offer him crazy money, and you'll see that later on in this episode, as it literally goes down to the last few hours when I actually do sign this guy. So I'm currently looking at improving my midfield as well as getting this key striker. He's going to cost me a little bit of money. 7.5 mil isn't too sad considering he looks like a promising striker. There you go, Yakubu, 1.1 mil. Can I get him for that? I'd be happy with that, to be all truthful. Man City not doing much, neither United. They've sold a player for 10.5 mil. Moving on to 7 hours into the transfer. 85, he's only on 70 at PSG. He's a crucial player, 20%, 4 years. He wants 4 years, and he still rejects it at the end. So these are a couple of the right mids that I sign. I need to get a solid right mid. It's probably my weakest spot in my squad. And to be all truthful, all of them players are all high 60s, around 68 again. So no real improvement there. I can't actually remember if Libman actually left us. I think he did, but I don't think I left it in the recording because this episode felt like it was longer than it should have been. So at the end of it, I ended up offering him 90 a week. He was only on 70 at PSG. I believe he accepts it at this point, but there's a few transfers I want to do before I sign him, if I remember correctly. So we're moving down to the last 4 hours of transfer window. There you go. I asked for a mil. I then asked for 9.5 and then agree on like 6.75. These are the 4 players I want. Yakubu, fantastic right mid. Hopefully I can get him after signing Sakpek is this or whatever his name is. I'm just going to call him Sak or Sebastian. I don't know yet. So there you go. I've got a backup left mid now. I'm going to go for one backup left mid. I'm not going to go for this Burnley guy. And then yeah, that's me done for the transfer window. I'm going to show you in a second my squad. That is my squad for the rest of the season. Hopefully, if it can work together, that is what I'm going to aim at, a 4-4-2 diamond formation. It's the end of the transfer window, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video or any of my other content, hit that like button, leave some feedback, and if you're new, why not sub to me?